Alright, what is going on, guys? Today we have a very special day for the WRX. I just got in 3 packages from Outfront Motorsports located in California. If you didn't know, I sent my EJ205 case halves in to be bored and honed using a Torx plate. I specifically went with Outfront Motorsports because they are very cost effective and very well known with the FA and EJ platform, as well as other Subaru platforms and boxer engines or flat fours. So yeah, this would be a good general idea if you are or want to buy something or sending something in to be serviced by Outfront. This would be a good general idea of what to expect. I have not opened the boxes except for cutting the tape to make it easier. Don't know what to expect. If you follow my channel, I will be documenting the full build of my EJ205 stroker. It'd be a 2.1 liter stroker. There are a couple options for stroker builds, but this is somewhat the most cost effective to an extent. There are some aspects that I did not want to cheap out on, such as pistons. I did cheap out a little bit as far as rods go. I went with 2008 STI rods, the EJ257 rods for my stroker build, and I also went with a brand new nitride EJ257 crank, OEM crank. Case halves have been bored and honed. CP stroker pistons, STI rods, ACL rate. I think I went with King Racing bearings or ACL bearings. I can't remember. But we'll find out in a minute. I'll be documenting the whole thing. There's not a lot of information out there about stroker builds. It's usually I didn't want to take the path of the usual hybrid build or EJ255 swap or EJ257 swap, and I didn't want to do a hybrid build. I kind of wanted to do a stroker build. So there's not a lot of information out there. So anybody has any comments, questions, or concerns, I will be making the full documentation of the entire build specifically for that reason, to help anybody that has any questions or concerns, or if anybody wants to do this themselves. I'll be fully building the bottom end myself, with the exception of getting the case halves bored and honed. But yeah, I guess without further ado, let's start unboxing. Dude, I have no idea what to expect. And fun fact, the EJ205, that's nice, EJ205 case halves, each case half weighs 36 pounds. I know that because I had to ship both case halves. Oh wow, okay, so they didn't bolt the case halves back together, but I thought they were going to ship the case halves separately. But as you can tell, there's both case halves together, but they're not bolted together. So what's in this box? Probably the crank. They got great packaging. And when I sent it in, I tried to package it as good as I could, so I wrapped it like crazy. Alright. We got our CP pistons, stroker pistons. We got our piston spec sheet. We got our rings. Oh, that's nice. We got our rings. We got 2 nice decals or stickers. Where's my pistons? Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna set those right there. This is very nicely packaged. Wow. I'll just pull one out. Wow. It's a very nice piston. They're pretty light. I would like to weigh these and then weigh my old pistons and see if there's any weight difference, and if so, what is the weight difference. I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, for stroker builds, you're well, you're not limited, but there's a couple options out there for pistons. You got CP stroker pistons. You got the I think Manly pistons, I believe. I'm not for sure, but I specifically went with CP because they gave me a pretty good deal on them. And then we got our King Racing bearings. What else do we got? Oh wow, yeah. Okay. I sent them all my case half bolts because I didn't know if they wanted to put the case halves together to do the hone and bore, so I sent them my case bolts just in case. And that's definitely my crank. And there it is, my EJ257 nitrided crank for the stroker build. Case half bolts, King Racing bearings, my CP pistons, which look amazing. Oh yeah, I have not opened this little box. I don't know what to expect in here. I think that's everything I ordered. Oh, okay, yeah. This is from Rally Sport Direct. I lost one of my little J hooks for the battery tie down, and I ordered this like 3 or 4 months ago, and it's just now coming in. Thank you, Rally Sport Direct. Yeah, always check before you order from Rally Sport Direct and make sure that their stuff is not on back order or out of stock, because I've waited and I tried to cancel that because I was going to just go ahead and buy a different one because I needed one right then. But oh well. They also, when they were doing the boring and honing, they also, one of my bell housing bolts were stripped out. I don't remember which one it was, but they inserted a time cert. There it is. Yep, that's the one. You can see, definitely see it. If I can get it. Yeah, you see, time cert. It's a pretty good job. It's stripped out, but they took care of that for only $40. Alright, I had to set you down for a minute so I can set my block up right. Man, that looks amazing. Cross hatching on the walls look amazing. I did not opt for the going semi-closed deck as an $800 option. I wanted to initially, but yeah, kind of buying pistons and rods and bearings and all the other goodies and crank. Maybe we'll do that later on. But yeah, it looks amazing. Look at that cross hatching. Nice machine. Is this a tag? Okay, yeah. But yeah. And they also hot tanked it, so it looks pretty nice. They didn't super detail the block, but they cleaned it up a little bit. And yeah. Oh, also, I noticed this. When I took off my oil cooler, they had this like little chunk right here, and it had like a metal sliver sticking out. I'm guessing, I don't know how that, because it didn't happen in shipping or nothing. But yeah, it had a metal sliver sticking out where I guess it chipped. I guess they cleaned it up because it was super sharp. That shouldn't be a problem. Hopefully it's not a problem. But yeah, they took the time to even clean that up. That is attention to detail right there. That is nice. Once again, I'll do a full walk around of the block when I actually got it on the stand and got the pistons and everything ready. So yeah, feel free to follow along my stroker build. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to drop them in the description. And yeah, this is gonna be fun. I'll be putting a link in the description of probably when I start actually assembling everything. Of everything I used, links to it, and all that good stuff, all that good jazz. And yeah, I guess I will now package everything back up. So, because I will not be assembling this probably till this upcoming weekend. We'll be getting it together. So I also have to figure out what I'm gonna do with my heads, because my old heads look good, and I even went a step further and bought used heads, which one of them turned out to be great, better than mine. I was really looking for a set of heads without the hairline crack, the notorious hairline cracks by the plug. That'll expand from the plug and go into the valve seats, or the extend into the valve seats. It is impossible to find a used set of EJ205 heads without that hairline crack. I don't think it's as big of an issue on the EJ257s and 255s, but yeah, EJ205s suffer hugely from that problem. Oh man, they even looks good in there. I really wish I would have went with closed deck, but oh well. If we have a problem, if we have to build it again, we'll probably go closed deck. But yeah, this should be fun. And yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with the heads, or if I'm gonna just go ahead and bite the bullet and buy brand new heads, or if I'm gonna try to reuse. Cause everybody says pressure tested. If they pressure test fine, then they're no problem. But yeah, I kind of, since I have it all apart, and now, I mean, I feel like now's the time. I might as well go ahead and go all out and buy brand new heads. Well, one of the heads are really good, no hairline cracks, looks amazing. All valves are good in it. But I think I'm gonna just go ahead and bite the bullet and maybe buy one new head. I can't remember for which side. Brand new head, brand new valve, intake and exhaust valves, and I've heard really good things about the OEM valve springs and valves, because the valves are there's like, I can't remember, but there's sodium something or something to that extent coated. But I might go with SuperTech valves. I'm not sure. I will not be cutting the OEM valve seats. I feel like it does. The price doesn't justify the means. So I mean, I don't think our heads will be a flow restriction or anything of that nature. We will be doing a minor port and polish on the intake and exhaust runner. Well, intake and exhaust ports, and relapping the valves, and I think that's about it. Oh yeah, I will be polishing the each combustion chamber. I'm gonna completely polish the combustion chambers, just because, why not? I got it apart, might as well. And yeah, so I'll see y'all in the next video when we actually start doing stuff. Still gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about the heads, if I'm just gonna buy one new head, or if I'm gonna reuse. I know I'll reuse one of the heads because it's perfect, but I don't know about the other three that I have. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Found any of this information helpful or useful in any way, please smash that like button and subscribe, and